out to cotton. I think I have that synced over here somewhere, don't I? Yeah. Corn and you to cotton. It's cotton. There. All right. Cool. All right. Now that one has got, that looks like it's got electricity and looks like it's closed in, but where are you pulling it from? Power. Okay, you've got power, but you're not closed. Let's turn you off. Let's turn you off. No, I want the light bulb. And this light bulb can turn off. They'll save a little bit of electricity, not that it matters in this game, but whatever will help. We have got some light up in here. They've got the heater working. 2 degrees, so I mean, they're not dying of cold. We have this massive pen now for a chicken and a dromedary. I think there's 2 in there, actually. Yeah, there's 2. All right. I thought about making it that that my thrombos perhaps couldn't get into this area. I thought that might be a good idea. Allowing them to be everywhere but up in here. So if that was the case, like my panthers could still do their job up in here. Of like bringing in stuff and whatever. But it would mean that my thrombos would have to go elsewhere to get whatever else they're trying to eat and stuff. I don't need this to be paused while I'm doing this, honestly. Okay, so my thrombos can go basically the entire way around the map, except for a couple of spots where I'm growing stuff. Although, to be fair, I actually think that they should be allowed here now. Because even if I am growing it here, it's not going to matter that much, as long as they don't get into this spot and these individual rooms. Yeah, here's all. I should be able to increase this area over here, I think. I don't remember this part being a cropped area. No, it's not. All right, so thrombos can definitely come in here a bit. But wrong way. All right. So they can definitely eat like shrubs and stuff along here. They can pick up stuff, whatever. I'll just neaten it up in a moment. I just want to make it kind of semi-mirrored. Oh, man. I feel like I've been so aggressive at them today. But at the same time, I feel like they've really deserved it for once. Okay. So basically the thrombos can kind of go everywhere except for inside certain buildings. We need to stop that from happening too. Not in here. The fuck did you just break? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I find that like the biggest thing that they're breaking lately is like the expensive electricals that I cannot possibly replace. I don't think this is heating up enough. Just get all that heating. That should warm it up a bit more. I don't think I've even got heating in here, actually. It's pretty fucking chilly. Alright. So since I've got heaters going in which way, smack a couple of heaters down here and up here. They'll warm your bones while you're making stuff. I don't have heaters in the prisons, and I'll deal with that when we get prisoners. I don't currently have power going to here, but I will. Okay. And at some point, this whole area will have power through it. Mostly only for lighting, at least. But yeah, they'll get there. So this is an area that's enclosed. I believe it's fully enclosed. Yeah, okay. And it's zoned. What are you? I just want to click on this one. Thank you. All right. So this is not... This is... This should be allowed to go because I've got it enclosed. What are you? You devil strand. I'll be honest, I don't need that much Devil Strand throughout winter. I could probably honestly use like an extra rice plant. Like all of this will eventually be whatever it is, will be whatever it is, right? But for right now, I just want to make sure that the ones that can like enclose and get power are actually growing something over winter for me. All right, they're bringing in wood. People are chopping down trees. And I will get rid of this shit soon. All right. Honestly, feeling slightly more at peace with this crap. They really love to test me some days. I'll need a bed there instead. I mean, a lot. Like I said, I don't have enough animals for this, but eventually I'll probably have semi-enough animals. I think even if I put it on just like the outer lines and moved all the extra ones around, I'd probably have enough. Like, that'd be so funny. Imagine that. You've got a small room, but you also have the mandatory, like, animal bedding. Like, you don't get a choice. I like how this guy's just full on sleeping out in the snow. Like, that's not even. Yep, those are prison beds. You guys keep treating them like they're not, but they are. These are too. Eventually, you guys aren't going to have enough beds. And I'll probably have to figure out some other shit to put you in. I don't know, either that or you guys get tandem bedrooms. That would suck. It's like for every one solid bed, you get like an additional few extra single beds down here or something. Mate, you don't have to be out there trading. It's like, this is an exhaustion thing. I understand chimpanzee. He's actually working his ass off. And as soon as they've got a bit more recreational stuff, they might not tantrum as much if they can actually use it. That would be really nice. This place has gotten so dirty from all the punch-ups, though. I'm thinking about just putting like a colony of beds down the bottom here at some point. Like, it all depends on how much, like how many people I get, because one of the previous bases I had like a triple room sort of situation where you had like, I think you had, say, a square or rectangle or something like that, right? And you had a divider in the middle and then two extra dividers or something like that. So the people in the middle too could come out the center and come out, and the people in the outer parts could just leave. And that was kind of like how it worked. But if I was doing a bed situation like that again, I probably wouldn't do the two outer walls. I'd do the inner run with heating or cooling on the inside. And I think that would be so much better. I swear though, these fucking wogs. Good. At least it's actually being hunted for once. I can appreciate that. Oh my god, somebody made a fucking pack survival meal finally. We're actually getting a small percentage of food. I should actually have a look at what my objectives were. I pretty much moved everything where I needed it to be. They're still not researching anything on purpose. I still don't know why I thought that finishing the storage area before the fridge was going to be a priority, because it's sure as fuck not been. Like, getting the fridge sorted out before winter so that I could just stockpile everything that came in during winter, and then when summer comes around, it'll be less effort. Like, that's the main thing. Now I'm trying to get this stuff done. What was that? Your lover what? I completely missed that. It was some sort of... She was complaining something about her lover. Oh, oh, she was fucking married. That's right. We did have half the colony die. Or about that. Okay, well, since everybody's doing a top job with their little building and stuff like that, how about some people that aren't about to have a fucking mental break like Shizuka and Acosta? I'd say maybe Sleepy. What's your bio? You're not great at crafting, but you could probably buff that up. Oh, you can't do it at all. Laura, maybe? No? Weeks isn't in a mental state. She could probably do some stuff. Alright, well, we'll see how that goes. At least if we've got 3 people on the stone cutting stuff, getting some blocks in here ready. I think for the most part we need the marble. Like, I've got, on that one has the extra one, but this one I'll add granite to it further down. And on this one I'll add, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to bother with sandstone because I'm not really a big fan of it. Yeah, no, they're batteries. I have a lot of batteries for what little usage I have. Earlier, because nothing was connected, everything just kept obviously exploding. But yeah, I have a heap of these geothermal powers. I've got wind turbines and I've got solar. So if I get a solar eclipse, these don't work. If there's no wind, these don't work. And if one of my people have a tantrum and break this, these don't work. So this is the battery storage, 1 quarter per grid, 1 quarter per quarter of a grid sort of situation. There. So they're completely separate. So each one has its own section to like taper and run off and power up. Some of them aren't fully complete either. Like this section doesn't have a complete circuit there. So these particular lights don't work. And same with this section, hasn't got power running down through this yet. But yeah, generally speaking, on most of my maps, I actually have a fuck ton more batteries than this. And I don't have them explode as much as I have on this map, but I don't have as much things drawing the power on this map. Usually I have like 3 of each kind of electrical device, which I've got a mixture of fueled and electric stoves this time. So when I'm actually having a solar eclipse, I can continue cooking, which I couldn't do in the past. So in some ways, I've self-guarded it, and in some ways, I've made it worse for myself by having that. But the other thing, too, is that these produce a small amount of light as well. So, like, unfortunately, they're in an enclosed room, but if they weren't, I could use them as, like, little placements to at least, like, brighten an area by 25%. It would help a little bit because these people tantrum every time they're in the dark. Like, no joke. They walk outside and it's nighttime and they're like, oh, it's too dark, and has a tantrum and breaks something. At the moment, they're storing up as much food as possible, which is great, but I just need a few people to stay dedicated on these blocks, or otherwise I'm gonna not have storage area proper for... Who's got construction? Crafting. I won't have a proper storage area for when I need more beds. I'm trying to find somebody whose background isn't completely depleted. but also has crafting. The background shows their emotional situation. If it's empty, they're about to have a mental break. Well, she's not having a mental break. She can come and do some stuff. I think Weeks is already working. Shizuka's already working. Amiya's asleep. She could come and do stuff. I'm pretty sure Weeks was working on stuff, but I think whoever was on this one, maybe Shizuka? Either way, she can take a break. She can go have a nap. I do want them to actually like take a break in between this stuff because otherwise they're just raging about it anyway. But yeah, they're slowly making carpet. They're slowly making beds and stuff. They're working on it. I think they have enough. Like I said, I'm not going to have enough animals for a while again since I lost so many for all of these to be used up. But eventually it will probably get back up there. We'll keep the panthers this time. Thrombo calf can go. How's that chicken? Doing all right. All things considered, it's doing okay. I do love that blight seems to be like winter resilient. It should hopefully be gone by next summer. Speed them up a little bit. Bad temperature. I've got it warmed in here. I'll put it up to 40 since it's like minus 12 outside. That should be warm enough. That's not my problem. They're making meals finally, though. They're eating them just as fast. Interesting, though. I think they're making the packaged survival meals. And possibly even... I don't think they're making the carnivore meals anymore, but I know that the packaged survival ones are gone just as fast as they're making them. Not that. Wildlife. I got a heap of boars. That's going to help. I have so much stuff in this little space here. That should be fine. It's only one, right? I'm just going to leave that be. This storage is what I want to get out of here. What do I need for this? What is this? Marble and marble. They're working on it. Just need to tag in somebody else that hasn't been working all night. Shizuka can come back. Lincoln looks like he's refreshed. Tofu can come and have a spat for a bit. How's Amiya? Amiya needs a break. You clear your prioritized work. And Chimpanzee's still doing pretty good. He's been up all night. Might put him back on here. He might be alright for a while. Where is that? Oh, yeah. That thing must have broken a hole in the fence. Where are the other little pigs? There. That's where it's broken. And there. Alright. So I'm pretty sure I took her off. So you can probably go up there and fix that. Because they'll fix the outer pen. And since it's rampaging through here, and apparently it took down fucking Nova. When did this happen? Jesus Christ. Didn't think I had to worry about it. Where's a human? Armstrong. Maybe rescue Nova instead of the fire that's already going out. I'm actually a little bit more surprised that the other animals aren't like insisting on helping. If she can jump the fence fast enough, she might be able to get out of there. Yo, Dave. Dave, mate, what do you think? Think you can take it? Yeah, Dave could take it. These fucking wargs are coming in like a fucking plague. Okay, who's not in a spaz that's got a long-range weapon? You got a semi-long range weapon. Can you come up here and hunt it? I mean, it's a shotgun, but I'm so sick of these things. This is going to need a heater if I'm going to plan to grow anything in here. Turn you off. And Nitro's hiding. Okay, let's get a heater in here. I think I'm going to need more than one. But let's find out. Oh, I don't have power down that wall. Yeah, that's all right. That's probably just that walk. Face full of shotgun. Actually, a little bit surprised that the potato's still out here and harvestable. It shouldn't be. It's so funny. Bishop has had nothing happen to prevent him from possibly doing anything, right? And yet he's the one that's having the tantrum the most. The fuck are you breaking? I'd love to see him turn around and just try to hit one of those thrombos. Actually, Mace, they seem to be doing all right. Well, at least I'm starting to make food. That's the main thing. Even if I don't have a lot of meat. God, that's hard to see there. At least they are making stuff. Like, I have enough materials at the moment. At least I've got Devil Strain, which I can start selling for really good money now. And you guys have the opportunity to have like a really nice kitchen butchering sort of area. If the cleanliness is an issue, I will move it further back. Maybe door it off on one side and see how it goes. I never used to have my kitchen and butchering station in one building. I know you guys need recreation, like variety, but I don't have the ability to get you music. You broke your telescope, and I'm not getting you fucking chemicals to consume. And look how fucking messy you made it. So disgraceful. If I can, I will try to keep bringing these items up, because every time you get something prettier or more valuable, the room gets better. All right. I really want this shit out of here because they're just basically like stuffing it out the door at the moment. Yeah, stuff's dying because they're cold, but that's okay. I do want the plants to die off that they haven't harvested so that they're not around for next year. But I need... Everybody's taking a break from this. You're cooking again, but I really just need you to be making stuff. Tofu's asleep. Seahorse is awake. Silverware's awake. I don't know if you can do stuff. You can't. Pretty sure he can now. You can at least try to get his stats up a bit. Also, eventually I'll add bills onto this where they can make sculptures and stuff like that once I have excess. I do feel like I have too many lights. But at the same time, I feel like that's like an issue that they have as well. You don't have enough, they tantrum. If you have too many, it's not enough power. I have to remove that part, actually. I kind of hate watching them, like, combine a pile that doesn't need to be combined. It's like, hi, I have this thing, but I'm gonna restack it over there for no good reason other than to waste time. Alright, fix that up. Be able to put a couple of spare beds in here in a moment. Alright, that's gonna give us 4 more beds. Okay. Oh yeah, this is one of Tofu's bed. That's fine. I believe he got relocated after he broke up with Anyo for the shortest relationship of fucking RimWorld history. Oops. There we go. Like I said, I'll see how I go with putting in the... what you call it? I do need to move this. I'm going to need to repeat that too, just there. Alright, reinstall this. Wait a minute, I don't need the lights there. Hey, whoa, shit. This is the only thing I hate about when I've got like a flooring that I'm making and when it takes forever because I have to deal with this constant in my clickable range. And somebody's a sad wanderer. What am I doing with this? It's supposed to go level to it, so why is it not looking level to it? Because that ain't right. Alright. There we go. I really prefer to get the shit right before I move it a dozen times. Okay, there we go. So that is going to be... should be all of our bedrooms done and in place. I just have to finish enclosing some of them. Somebody is breaking something expensive again. I'm not really impressed with your Costa, but at the same time I have been working pretty hard. So what I'm trying to get them to do is finish this building. But if they don't finish it, if they're at least finishing some of these, would be so great. Because I would love to have some of my harvestable cropped areas enclosed, you know? It'd be so great. We got even more animals to hunt. Like I said, unfortunately we don't have the right mixture of people anymore. Because I lost half of my people. So what I do have is what I've got. And they will only do what they can do. It's snowing pretty hard. I can't wait till this one last block gets made and I can convert that from a bed area to an actual prison. Stop having all these extra people coming and sleeping in it. And so I thought about making all these really nice, like, outer beds my main beds. And then having these, like, inner beds have, like, extra beds and stuff in here. Be like, it's communal bedrooms. I do want to wait until I've got at least some of this all built out. Because I'm growing cotton finally, it shouldn't be as bad. Let's see where the roofs and stuff are. That's still not built up. This one can almost enclose. Don't get me wrong, they are trying. They are getting there. It's just all the shit they had go off this morning. Oh, we got visitors. I don't think they're trading, though. Alright. Let's get a couple of these spots done. I do not need a roof on that. I will need a roof on this. Eventually I'm going to need a roof on this. I think I actually do have the frameworks through the center, so I could actually put that up there like that at the moment. Right, I'm going to have to check out those visitors. Oh, they have stuff to trade. Cool. All right, Seahorse, get out here. Who's idle? Pauline, why? Why are you idle? Are you stuck? Please, for the love of fucking God, can you guys not be stuck in rooms for like 5 fucking minutes? You able to dig? I bet you can't, can you? You probably can, maybe. Alright, at least we noticed that before she stayed in there too long. Okay. You have food. I have no money, but let's see what we can trade. Prosthetic heart. I have a lot of clothes. You guys might be interested in some clothes. They're not great quality, but they're going to give me some money to at least work with. I mean, every time I turn around, Chimpanzee is literally sitting there making something. And I don't really necessarily need it. Okay, that's a lot more than what you got. Yeah, that's going to be too much. I was ambitious about this, but obviously it's too much is too much. I was really hoping to be able to have a lot more. That'll do. That at least got us a little bit of silver, which we need for floorings and shit. Alright, I'm popping a couple of doors there. That's got the doors on the front. Got the doors where they're supposed to be. And this one's got the doors where it's supposed to be. Alright. So all the doors are where they're meant to be now, to my understanding. I think most of the lights are. There's a light. I was looking for a light below. I don't know where I was going to put it, though. I had plans. I think that part doesn't have a support beam because of this. No, it's got one there, so what's the deal there? It should actually be there. So based on that one, I'm going to get rid of that and see what happens, because that should be covered. I know on the other one I had to put some in the center. How many did I put in the center? It's so fucking hard to see. There was one. There was one where for some reason it wouldn't cover it. Yeah, it was really weird. This may be the same kind of thing. It's just up the top. I'll have a look as we go. Yeah, Braga, might have been better to make the pillar before taking the pillar. Also, we can't seem to work on this from the side. So I'm going to need... The outside is going to need to go so that I can actually build that. The only good thing with this thing being inside is I won't need to put any heating. If I wanted to, I could have made like a storage area for prisoners, but then they would have come straight out into, you know, all the guns and materials and stuff, and I don't really want that again. All right, are these enclosed? Yeah, they seem to be, except for like a couple ones which are getting built. Where is my chicken and how is it doing, by the way? Why is it penned? Bishop, you cunt. Instead of penning the thing, why don't you finish building the fucking wall? Got this finished earlier. This is how we get animals die. I'm not seeing a single spot where my wall is broken, so I'm releasing them. If it's still open, I'll deal with it. But I'm not having them die in the fucking thick of winter because they can't get somewhere they're supposed to be. They are supposed to be able to get down in here too. I kind of actually want to see like the chicken and dromedary and stuff go in there, but I haven't really seen them like go that way. Honestly, I'm more keen to have this hookup bit in here than I am realistically like anywhere else. I have some spare ones in there. Because if they're going to do something stupid like hooking up the animals again, I'd rather them take them over there. I think that expired, didn't it? Yeah. Fine. We didn't take on some quests. Man, that is really weathering the winter. Actually, one thing I want to research towards is a deep drill, and I don't know if I can yet. I'm pretty sure it's all the way at the end. There. Like, it's not too bad. Like one microelectronics away. And then I'd have access to marble and slate and stuff excessively, but I wouldn't necessarily have metal. The scanning one is one that would give me metal. Azula's sitting here looking as cute as possible. She's been here the whole time. Like, since I said she came down earlier, she's been here this whole time. She's been, like, tossing and turning and having a nap. And the frustrating thing is, like, half of that area did end up getting made as opposed to this side. And my biggest thing with this area is I wanted to be able to have, like, the vitals monitors and stuff. So eventually I'll need to move these in and have the vital monitors beside them once I eventually learn that skill. I should have enough granite blocks. Do I not have granite blocks around? I got them. Just being lazy. I think the blocks go into it last. I think they actually do need the cloth. Like wood cloth and then whatever. I think I'll get rid of the hay grass in this area. There, that's the other one. I don't really need it growing there. Like, not like the animals actually eat it. Let's speed it up. I'm going to save though. Yeah, so realistically, all they can do at the moment for me is kind of just try to like build everything up. If Kimmy's bitching about this, I can tell you right now that's not a barracks. That is a prison area. Pretty much almost all the rooms are sectioned off. Everybody has their own kind of private ass room. They just kind of got to use it. Like I said, I'm tempted to use the extra wasted space and stuff towards a couple of extra bedrooms and stuff, but my only problem is trying to filter out a doorway. Oh yeah, some of my animals are going to miscarriage too. Have a look. It'd be really good. I do love how in winter I often do get people come to me. because it can be really useful. They're staying the hell back. Like, it'd be nicer if they came a bit closer, because at least then I could, you know, not trek as far. Okay, we're gonna see what we can do with this. I keep getting people bringing in fucking weapons. I don't need combat supplies. I'll sell you all of my shit. I don't need it. Give me some fucking food and like buy my fucking cat beds. They're special. They're like, you know, really good. You'll want them. Take that as well. If they're not wearing them, they're not gonna wear them. I know that much. That's basically as like they've got like $900. This is something where like I'd really want to sell off some shit, but I don't exactly have a spare 900 of stuff unless I want to sell off like a mech serum or something, exclusively just that. And like I said, like buy the medical stuff, but it's not that great. I can and see what that levels out to without selling off this shit. Immediately too much, but I could essentially just buy a gun. If they had another one of these, I'd snap that up. I'll grab a long sword. That's kind of expensive, eh? Maybe a gladius? It's a little bit less. Yeah, they'll give me a bit more. Okay, they'll give me more silver for all my ground coverings. So I need silver and I need steel for all the sterile tile areas. Interesting. I'm looking at this and I'm probably going to need a heater in every single one of these. It's going to cost a bit of energy and stuff, you know, materials and stuff. Like if it wasn't the thick of fucking December-y, I'd travel out. The only thing is I would need double the amount of food for the amount of time for the trip, which would kind of suck. I'm still waiting for them to like finish this off. Like, and the good thing is they are home during winter. They are getting some of this done. Even if they can't grow in here because of the cold, if they can at least section it off so that when blight happens, it doesn't spread, that'd be great. All right, now that they've fixed up that part, I can actually put that there. All right, Bishop's working. Armstrong's in a daze. Who was that working on this before? Was Amia. And she's back at it. Lumi's watching TV, but she could be doing stuff. And Boyd proposed to Seahorse, and apparently they're getting married. Again, solving the bed crisis. Braga is attracted to Armstrong. I'm gonna just have a look at what's going on there, because some of these people are cheating bastards. So you have a fiance who is Wolverine, and she did die. And now Nina is apparently your lover? I mean, okay. Was it Colonist Needs Rescue? What was that? I mean, I've got no problem with them shacking up into a bed, but they're not going to do it on their own. Because, you know, I made beds and I put them places and I delegated who was where. Mate, if you're sleeping outside, that's your own business. You see this? Prison. Barracks. Not your beds. Alright, so there should be about a dozen people that don't have beds now, for real. And like I said, I'm really tempted just to like make a couple of these rooms like barracks instead of a really nice bedroom. Like, it wouldn't be hard to section them off and make them more private. The thing is, like, they'll still have somebody walk through and disturb their sleep. And if they do it once, they'll do it a dozen times. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this space now, since I can't really use it as butchering. Be interesting. I'm trying to think of what other area required to be like super clean. It's like I haven't had a nutrient paste dispenser for a long time. I don't think hydroponics would be probably that worth it. Yeah. You collapsed due to exhaustion? Ari. It's not the best place to collapse. It's minus 50 degrees. I was kind of hoping to see some kind of hauling animals come through that I could maybe keep. It wasn't happening. Well, there's itty bitty tiny birds just outside my window, and Azula's got all the shuffles. She can't deal with it at all. And we have a quest. Okay, so Hamlet by the Boulder. Are they the ones that I recently went out and said hello to? Oh, human leather. No. I'm sorry, but there's nothing on this list that's worth that. No. I don't give a shit that I had like a whole heap of people that were like 100% peelable earlier. They're not there anymore. Alright. Well, I've got hungry pen animals that could possibly be getting into the hospital, but they're not. What's going on with this? Already in best pen. Okay, so let's get rid of that just in case they do try to rope it. There is some food in here, but you guys really aren't topping it up, are you? At least the dromedary eventually came in here. It's good to see. I don't know if it came in on its own accord or if it actually was brought in. But I would like it if they actually brought this thing into there instead of into here for fucking once. Because that would be just wonderful. Look at all these clothes. They're not even bothering to take them anywhere because I don't have space. This is getting done. Like, don't get me wrong. They are building their ass off, but it's just taking a long time. Yeah, by the looks of it, I'm definitely going to need a support beam there if they don't make this one up. Not even going to show me. All right. Well, it's still winter, and we're still going to keep making this stuff. This is basically my dream team in here that will come in and do stuff. Like, there's not a lot of animals for them to deal with. We don't have a lot of pets. The animals that we do have are, at the moment, in okay condition. I'll get you guys to train them. We could definitely do with some replacements since we lost some, but that'll be it. And then the next one's down will be to cull. Would it happen to be the same one that was having a snooze in here? I do not recommend having a snooze in the freezer. Berserk. Yeah, okay, this isn't gonna go well. I can already see this not going well. So guys, whatever you're doing, just stop with the whole instantly attacking her and just kick her ass. She's got armor too, so she's gonna take it too. Alright, see, she was good. She's alright. She's not even really hurt. Alright. Well, somebody will fix her up soon. I was watching her before. Her little marker thingies were looking pretty bad. As long as I can get 4 people working on this, giving me blocks pretty consistently. Because if I move out just a little bit, we've got 57 marble blocks. And we've got all of these to complete, plus all of these to complete. And whatever's left on this side. I think this side's done. Yeah, all of this looks like it's done. Yep. Nice. It's really only over here, these couple of ones here and this. And then that's it. We've got all of our structures built. And then I can work on, in the spring, getting more steel again. Like, I'm going to have to take on at least a couple of animals that I can actually, like, take out for hauling. And then from there, I'm going to have to try to just bring back what steel I can.